Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to be reacting, or give my recap, give my recap of the two games that happened today. I'm recording this literally just as it ended. I'm currently watching Caleb Williams interview a girl right now, or being interviewed by a girl. These two games were phenomenal. This is exactly what you want in the playoffs. This is perfect. First of all, of course, you have what most thought was going to be the game of the day. The Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears, division rivals. The first two games were game of the year contenders. You just hoped that a third one would be there. And this was phenomenal. I mean, this was insane. You see, like, Jordan Love's stats, and it's cool and all, but he had a drop off in the second half. It was pretty clear. I mean, the Green Bay Packers looked like they were going to dominate this game. It looked like it wasn't going to be close. It was 21-3 at half. Jordan Love was playing phenomenal, probably the best I've seen him this year. I'm obviously not a Packers fan, so I don't watch all the games he does. But the games that I watched, he was phenomenal in this first half. And then Caleb Williams, he doesn't know how to play a game until the fourth quarter usually. And like you saw today, I'm saying it was 21-3 at half. Look at the end score. They fucking won still somehow. They found a way to just still they found a way to win still. I mean, thank God I picked the Bears to win this game. And it was ugly. This was an ugly, ugly game for the Chicago Bears in the first half. Really, the first three quarters. They did nothing the first three quarters. I think it was, I think it was still 21-6 going into the fourth. Where I'm just like, they just fucking can't move the ball. And when they did move the ball, what happened? An interception that Caleb Williams, I understand, you have to throw the ball on fourth down. That was a shitty looking throw, though. That was a terrible throw. He overthrew his tight end by like 4 yards. And then it was picked off in the red zone. Obviously, you don't go for the field goal there because what the fuck does 3 points do for you? But I mean, Caleb Williams just knows how to be really bad for like 3 quarters and then just turn into fucking Tom Brady in the fourth. I mean, they call him Iceman. One of my friends was like, why the fuck do they call him Iceman? It's because of the shit he does like this. How the fuck is he so bad for 3 quarters and then just dominates the fourth? They go into the fourth quarter with 6 fucking points and they leave it with 31 in the win. They were down by fucking 15 going into the fourth. And they end up winning. Packers, what the fuck? This isn't the same Packers that they were going into the season. Where it was like, you got Micah Parsons, you should win the Super Bowl. Micah Parsons is on the fucking couch right now. Just being like, shit, my team just lost. It's just, I feel so bad for Packers fans. I mean, you were dominating them. Basically for 3 quarters. I know you guys weren't doing too good in the third. You see here, they got 0 points in the third. But you only allowed fucking 3 in that quarter anyway, so it's not like that's a big deal. You allowed 20 fucking 5 points in the fourth quarter? Fucking teams don't even score that in 4 quarters. You let that in 1? That's insane. You can't allow that. You just can't do that. I mean, this is terrible. Caleb Williams was, I don't know how to explain this to this dude. He was 24 of 48. That's not good. And then look at Jordan Love, though. He was only 24 of 46. He was like, I think, I saw he was 10 of 16 in the first half with like 140 something yards and 3 touchdowns. You mean to tell me the next half, you go what, 14 of 30? That's worse than Caleb Williams' fucking completion percentage. What the? These two quarterbacks. This was an absolute cinema game, though, just because it was like, if you've watched the Bears, you know that a game is never really over with them until like there's 0 seconds on the clock. And that's fun. Because throughout this whole game, I thought, oh shit, you're down 21-3. But in my head, I'm like, it's not over yet, though. The game isn't over yet. Now it's 21-6, only 15 minutes left, and I'm still like, It's not over yet though. It's still close enough. It's still only a 2-position game. It's close enough that they can win this game. But I would be lying to you if I told you they would score 20 fucking 5 points in the fourth quarter. Yikes. I mean, that's just, if I'm a Packers fan, I'm really mad. And if I'm a Bears fan, dude, Caleb Williams may be Jesus. He's up there now with, like, Ben Johnson being the most safe man in Chicago ever. I mean, they're safer than the fucking Pope. The Pope! They're safer than the Pope. I don't even know how to explain that to you, but it's just factual in my head. They just now updated 9-8-1 for the Packers. And you guys were supposed to be, like, Super Bowl contenders. Obviously, December really kicked your ass just because Jordan Love was hurt. I think that was when Micah Parsons tore his ACL. But, I mean, a lot of people were saying that the Bears they don't have it yet. I wasn't one of those. I believe that they were going to win this game. But just the way that the Packers blew it is honestly shocking. Just because, I mean, you did really nothing in the second half. 6 points? 2 field goals? That's all. No, they got a touchdown. But that's all they got still? Just 6 points to show for yourself? Dominated them for 3 quarters. But you're only able to score 6 and 2 in the last 2 quarters? I mean, that's terrible. The Bears, they're probably going to play the Eagles or the Rams. And honestly, if I'm the Bears, I'd much rather play the Rams, especially after what I saw the Carolina Panthers do to them, which we'll get to soon. But I mean, congratulations, Chicago. I mean, you guys, basketball team's ass, baseball is just kind of there. I mean, at least they got a football team. They have a football team, and I really haven't been able to say that for most of my life. I'm 19, and that's saying a lot. I'm just now saying you have a football team. Chicago Bears, they have something with this team, and they're just a fun team to watch. This game was amazing. I probably will rewatch this before I go to bed. It's only 8:46 where I'm at. So, these were 2 great games. Like, even the other game that I'll go to right now, the Los Angeles Rams versus the Carolina Panthers, this game was amazing for the weirdest reasons. Purely just because, first things first, I will say this. I was at work for the first quarter. I came into the game and it was 17-7. I came in like 2 plays before the muffed punt that gave the Rams the ball back. I think it was like 5 minutes left. From then on, though, I watched it, so I can't give you the full how it was before in the first quarter. But from what I've heard, it was like it was just the Carolina Panthers were just so trash in the first quarter and a half. And then you look at the end of the first half, it's only 17-14. And everyone is saying, hey, the Rams are belt to fucking ass right now. But it's only a 3-point game. And that's really something that the Carolina Panthers were able to do most of the time this season, which was, you say what you want, they're 8-10 at the end of the year. But I think 6 of those games, in their 6 of their 10 losses, they lost by a combined 20 points. They ain't getting blown out. They're just barely losing. And I don't know what's worse, getting blown out every other week or just being in the game every single week and finding a way to lose. Because at the end of the day, for some reason in my mind, I'm thinking Carolina found a way to lose. It wasn't the Rams found a way to win. Because the Rams gave Carolina basically all the chances to have them win the game. And Carolina couldn't do it. Last play of the game, receiver, instead of going down to the ground with the ball, a little bit of an underthrown pass by, we're calling Bryce Young. Bryce Young is no longer Bryce Young. Bryce Young is now King Short. Because he just had a miracle game. Yeah, he just had a game where now Carolina's like, hey, we have our quarterback for the next at least 2-3 years. We're going to give him the 5th-year option. Which going into the year, Fuck no, he does not deserve the fifth year option. He proved a lot even in this loss. The fact that no matter what happened, he was still in this game mentally. Which if you're a young quarterback and you already are a part of a conversation of he's not your guy, and you're down and you're down 17-7, your team just not looking good, you're looking really bad, and then you still find a way to find the courage inside of yourself to be like, you know what, no, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to play my brand of football. And that brand of football may have only been a touchdown and an interception, but he played great in the second half. I mean, he literally went band for band points-wise with the Rams. That's not supposed to fucking happen. I understand they did beat them, like, I think week 14 or week 15, like 20-24. And he kind of proved what he was able to do in the first game wasn't a fluke, which was that I can beat the Rams defense with my throwing power. I can beat, say what you want, Bryce Young maybe like 5'10". Sorry, King Short maybe like 5'10". You wouldn't, and his stature is very small. He looks small out there. You know, like Russell Wilson looks a little bit bulkier. Same with Kyler Murray. They got a little bit more muscle to them. King Short looks like an 8th grader, but he has a good arm. He's able to throw the ball far. He's not the most accurate with the deep ball, but he has his ways about him. You know, when he jumps in the air and throws the ball, I mean, he really showed a lot in this game. And the Rams did what they were supposed to do. You get the win, but you get the win in the least impressive way. Just because it shouldn't have been this close. I think I said it was going to be 27-17. Like, it shouldn't have been this close. But Carolina they're a team that they stick on you. They stick on you. They're kind of annoying in that way. Where it's just like, you think you're doing so great, and then you look at the scoreboard, and you're like, shit. It's only 3 points? That's the lead? That was basically the whole game when I started watching. I don't know, the first 20 minutes, I didn't watch it. But, like, when I came in, it was just like, they just stuck on them. They just, like glue. He's like, hey, you scored, but I'm going to fucking be there too, dude. I'm going to find a way to score. It may not be in this next possession, but soon I will score. And that's what they did, basically. This was a game that was supposed to be blowout. I'm sorry. In the nicest way possible. This game was not supposed to be close. It was supposed to be a huge blowout where you're like, the Rams just proved that they are fucking true contenders and they're going to fucking beat up everyone. But no, the Carolina Panthers were just like, hey, dude, we're not even supposed to fucking be here anymore, right, dude? We're not supposed to be in these playoffs. We're going to fucking try our best, though. We're going to fucking show our heart, show that we have grit, you know? And that's what they did. This Carolina Panthers team, here's the thing. Carolina is not a good football team. So the fact that they were able to go band for fucking band with the Los Angeles Rams, a team that was like, this team's going to be one of the best teams in the league. That's very promising for Carolina, just because you may have lost. But you know, you won so much things out of this game, though. You know you have your head coach. You know you have your defense right now. Mind you, last year the defense was historically bad. I think they gave up the most points ever in a season. You go from being the worst defense possibly ever to being a pretty good defense. Not great, you know, not the best. But you were just able to do enough. I know I'm saying that even though they just... Matthew Stafford just curb stomped them in that last drive. And this may seem very much more Carolina-centric in my recap. But that's because the Rams did what they were supposed to do. They get the win. Congrats, you're going to the divisional round. This is more of a Carolina Panthers, I didn't know you had that in you kind of moment that I'm very glad to see. Just because they had a lot of games this year where it's like, damn. You know? Damn. But they found ways against the good teams that everyone was like, you're gonna get shit on. They found a way to still keep it in this game. And that's really cool for me. I mean, King Short, after his like government funded fucking interception, it's like government mandated, whatever the fuck you want to call it. His mandated interception, he just turns into like the GOAT. Like he's fucking amazing. He turns to fucking Peyton Manning somehow. I literally see him grow 6 fucking inches, and he just turns into Peyton Manning, just slinging the rock. It was just really cool. These two games are really fun. This is why you want to watch playoff games, just because you never know. This was a game that was supposed to be really bad, and this game probably may have been better than the Packers vs. Bears, which was not supposed to be the case. Was not supposed to be the case. Tomorrow I'll be back here again after the 3 games. The Bills at Jaguars, the Niners at the Eagles, and the Chargers at the Patriots. I'll be back to recap those games tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.